Spain set up in a 4-3-3 formation, with Sergio Busquets at the base of the central three in midfield, Andres Iniesta on the left side and Koke on the right. Isco and David Silva supported Diego Costa in attack. In possession, the width was created by the full-backs or the wide midfielders. Typically, Isco and Silva would drift in centrally, allowing Nacho and Jordi Alba to push forward and support the attack out wide. Busquets provided the cover in front of Sergio Ramos and Gerard Pique, which was his main job throughout the match. Busquets took up these covering positions not only for the full-backs but occasionally for the centre-backs when Ramos would look to break a line with a dribble. The Barcelona man was typically effective in providing the cover and the safety return pass, should the player on the ball get into trouble. The key to Spain's exceptional build was the relationship between the two triangles formed by Isco, Iniesta and Alba on the left, and Nacho, Koke and Silva on the right. Spain rarely used the central areas to try and penetrate, leaving William and Moutinho to protect idle space. Spain preferred to build using the half spaces, which moved Portugal's central defenders out of position from the middle of the goal and into the wide areas. The Spanish players on the opposite side could then attack the vacated spaces further on in the attack. The common pattern was for Koke or Iniesta to drop into the space between the centre-back and full-back. The full-back, Alba or Nacho, would then push much wider and higher up the pitch while the winger, Isco or Silva, would be free to come inside to the half space, causing a real problem for the Portugal full-backs and wingers. These movements, coupled with the late arrival on the far side into the vacated space, were an integral part of Nacho's brilliant goal to put Spain ahead. Fernando Hierro's team also had the direct pass and counter-attacking threat available due to the deployment of Diego Costa up front, and this is how they scored their first goal. At 3-2 up, Iago Aspas came on and often operated in a false nine position, which created an extra man ahead of the midfield in an attempt to help control and manage the game through possession. Spain experimented with different phases out of possession, depending on the state of the game. In the initial stages they weren't too keen to press, but when Portugal went ahead they had a greater reason to go and retrieve the ball. The initial setup was a 4-5-1 mid-block, easily transferable from a 4-2-3-1. After going a goal behind, the press became a 4-2-3-1, with Koke joining Busquets in the deeper two and Iniesta pushing into a number 10 position to support Costa, Silva and Isco in the first two lines of the press. Spain would generally try to show Portugal wide and win the ball near the touchline where three players, the wide midfielder, the nearest central midfielder and the full-back on that side, would trap them. When Spain were 3-2 up they played a variation of formations to defend 4-4-2, 4-5-1 and 5-4-1. The 4-4-2 tended to be when the ball was in Portugal's half, progressing into a 4-5-1 when the ball came into Spain's half and then a 5-4-1 when the ball reached Spain's defensive third.